What is up, Dokkan player? We are back on Dokkan, and before we start the video, of course, hopefully you guys are having a very good day today. So today will be a very special video. Today I want to do a very different tier list, and I want to make, going back, I think like a year ago, the best rotations in Dokkan, or maybe even a couple months ago. But the top 10 best rotations in Dokkan, as of right now, because of course we have the new LRs that just dropped. And we also have here the EZA, so I think it'll be a good time while we wait for part 2 to do the top 10 best rotations in Dokkan. Now, we actually have a lot of characters right here, and what's pretty crazy looking at is that most of these characters are actually going to be coming from superheroes. Like, superheroes has just exploded, right? With good characters. I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super. Not superheroes, really, just mean like Dragon Ball Super. Because we have Zamasu, we have the Blue Fusions, we have God Goku, we have Vegeta Trunks. Like, there's a lot of good characters here who are just really OP as far as a rotation. So I guess I'll start with number 10. Number 10, who do I put at number 10? Number 10 actually might be difficult. Let's actually start at number 1. Well, actually no, let's do number 10. I think number 10 we'll start off with this one right here. I think LR Janemba and Cooler are going to be number 10. And one of the reasons why is because there's still a very strong rotation. Janemba is starting to show his age, but if you take him to the new stages of Ultimate Red Zone, he's actually really good just because he has a nullification and also has a guard ability, especially against Goku Black. In stage number 2, he's also going to have here type advantage, and he's also going to have here, of course, not also type advantage, but also has the rage one, so what you probably could get here against Goku Black. And then Cooler, after he super attacks, he'll be good defensively if he gets, of course, his additional super attacks. Right now, I probably would place it at number 10 just because Cooler is just very inconsistent, right? I think Cooler is fantastic. He still can hold his own, but the RNG, when you compare him to like Demon King Piccolo is just a lot better. Like, let's not even beat around the bush. Yes, Piccolo is more brand new, but like Piccolo Jr., not even needing to build up, can do like 9 million turn 1, where this guy is doing like barely 5 million, right? But I would still consider like a good rotation just because, again, Cooler has a very good 200% leader skill. And also as well, let me actually pull this up right here. Actually, I should have pulled it up before. What I want to say here is that, of course, they also share here 6 out of 7 links, I believe, right? Let's actually look at the cards. I actually should have pulled this up before. So for Cooler, right, as far as the best linking partner, one of his best linking partners, Janemba is actually going to be part of it, because with Janemba, I believe they share 4 links together, right? Where the hell is LR Janemba? He's not even here. Alright, let's actually go to movie bosses then. And then we can go here to LR Janemba. So LR Janemba, oh, he actually shares 5 links with this boot. That's pretty interesting. Unfortunately, they don't share big bad bosses, which is really important. How many links do they share? Do not share like, they share 4, yeah, they do share 4 links together. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, they share big bad bosses, Metamorphosis, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. More importantly, these 2 links here, big bad bosses and Metamorphosis, are really powerful because we can see here that basically Metamorphosis is going to be recovery plus attack and defense plus 10%. And then for big bad bosses, of course, at level 10, it's just attack and defense plus 25%. Really, really good. So these 2 characters on the same rotation can definitely work out here. Again, I would probably say it's number 10 just because even though you have good defense with Janemba, like, you still have to worry about Cooler because Cooler is just not safe, right, from a super attack. Unless he gets like all his additionals being super attacks. That's like the only way, but I find it really, really rare to actually see it, you know, pop off, right? So I would still put this at number 10. Maybe you can make an argument it's an honorable mention, but I am going to go ahead and say here it's going to be a number 10 rotation. Now, another rotation that's going to be better than this, I probably would say, maybe I'm going to say here Beast Gohan and also Kid Goku. Would I say that? I mean, we're thinking about all the hard stages on Dokkan Global right now. By the way, this is a global list, just in case you guys are not aware. This will be a global list because you guys can see that we don't have full power Super Saiyan for Goku. Now, I am thinking about all the stages, right? We have the new Dismal Future Ultimate Red Zone, we have Broly, we have Metal Cooler, and then, of course, we have here the Birth of the Shadow Dragons, right? The Birth of Shadow Dragons does have an AoE stage, but I feel like Beast Gohan is still okay. I am going to put Beast Gohan here, and one of the reasons why is because Beast Gohan and Kid Goku do share a common leader. They actually share a 200% leader skill together, which of course is actually going to be here Let's actually go back to the list. It should be God Goku, right? So let's actually go here for Beast Gohan. If I can find Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan is just right about here. So Beast Gohan, his Super Saiyan leader skill is going to be here, God Goku. And then if we actually take a look here, one of his best linking partners, I would say Kai Goku, but unfortunately Kai Goku and Beast Gohan do struggle for ki. The problem with Beast Gohan is that he does struggle for ki. But now that we have here Kid Goku, which they share 4 links together, they share All in the Family, Infighter, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle. Kid Goku, right? The good thing about it is that he is a Rainbow Orb Changer, so he can actually provide Beast Gohan with at least a 20 ki super, because that's where Beast Gohan actually struggles. And then we can see here with the 200% leader skill, we also have your God Goku. So they do share a 200% leader skill, and also God Goku is a very good Dokkan Fest as well. So I would say, you know, because of the Rainbow Orb changing, and of course that Beast Gohan has a guard ability for the first 4 turns, and also gets the extra damage reduction with Kid Goku on rotation, if we actually get here, of course, these 7 ki spheres. This is actually a very consistent and powerful rotation. So I would probably say, yeah, I would put Beast Gohan and Kid Goku from Path of Power. Sorry, I would definitely say they'll be here at number 9. I think is a good argument here, just because, again, just like Janemba, he has a nullification, which is a 50% chance. He also has the guard ability. It's actually very similar in a sense, but one's extreme and one's super. But basically Janemba and also Beast Gohan are basically actually the same character when you actually think about it. But Gohan is much more better in the sense that his build-up, it only requires on the super attack, where Janemba, it has to be in slot 2 or 3. And the thing about Janemba is that in slot 3, he does not actually guard, which is pretty much a bummer. And in slot 2, you don't really want to put him in slot 2 unless you can get away with it, because Janemba is more of a slot 1 character. But the thing about Beast Gohan is that you can put him in any slot and he's going to increase his attack and defense, as long as it's going to be a super attack. So I would probably say here Gohan is definitely number 9 with Path of Power Kid Goku. And again, the reason why is just because, again, with the new stage of the Ultimate Red Zone, Beast Gohan is actually a hero, which I'm going to drop the video later on. But Beast Gohan goes from 0 to hero just because, again, in the fight against Goku Black, you have guard, but if you actually give him a full 24 ki super with his character, he is going to be here super effective against all types. He also has here an active skill as well, which can be used on turn 3 if you actually have a full superhero lineup on the turn, or from turn 6, right? Which also, by the way, nullifies the enemy's action once. So yeah, I would say here definitely Beast Gohan and Kid Goku. I would definitely put them here on this rotation. And also Kid Goku is really good as long as you give him his Rainbow Ki Spheres. He has good defense. He also gets attack and defense per orb obtained here as well. And also has a good chance of dodging if you actually went full dodge on the character. And he can triple super. He can crit. Yeah, I would definitely say this is just much more consistent compared to Cooler and Janemba. I did test it out here against Goku Black, and again, it just worked like wonders. So even against Shin Shenron, even with the AoEs, you're still tanking very well, because by the time you actually get to Shin Shenron, Gohan's gonna be fully built up. And for this Goku, as long as he doesn't get super attack, the good thing about him is that he's gonna take care of double digits, right? Even on the AoEs, but you probably want to do your super attack first, just because he does get the extra defense from his passive. So I would definitely put your Beast Gohan and also Path of Power Kid Goku on the best rotation as number 9. So that's gonna be number 9. All right, and then I'm actually gonna put you at number 8. Are going to be the Gammas. I do have the Red Zone runs with the Gammas for the Dismal Future, and they can tank. All right, I thought it would be like a mistake, especially for Gamma 2 right here against Cell, but he can tank. He's really good, especially this guy here. He actually ate Cell's super attack without even being linked up to Gamma 2 right here, and Gamma 1 took like 170k from a super attack, which is crazy. So I would still believe here that yes, if you get super right away, you are going to basically die. But if you actually build up the Gamma 1, then he does a super attack, and then he gets supered from the boss, you are actually surviving. Also, what's pretty good here is that Gamma 2 right about here in the new stages of the Ultimate Red Zone, he has a 50% chance as well to actually nullify. He can do multiple super attacks. As far as links, I believe these guys share 7 out of 7 links here. Let's take a look here at the superheroes. For superheroes, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 should be sharing all 7 links. It might be 6 out of 7. I might be wrong. Let's see here. So as far as your best linking partner, they actually do share only 6 out of 7 links here. How many links do you have actually? Do you have 6 or do you have 7? No, you have 7. Okay, so yeah. So they do share here basically 6 out of 7 links together. But there's still a really good rotation, especially Gamma 2. Gamma 2 is just basically a slot 2 character. And then if he actually gets his super attacks, he's going to be very good defensively just because of his passive, where he does get extra attack and defense. And also, on his super attack, he does raise defense for 1 turn by 30%. So if he's doing multiple super attacks, not only is he building up from here, but also from his super attack effect, so he can look really, really good. So yeah, so for that, I am going to put your Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 just much more consistent compared to the others right here, because there could be some inconsistency, where this one, you just have to make sure that Gamma 1 doesn't get supered right away. So I am going to put here Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 as number 8. Number 7, who do I put as number 7? Number 7, I am going to put here, I think I'm going to put here God Goku. And I'm also going to put here the new LR Blue Goku and Vegeta. And one of the reasons why is because these guys actually link up very well together. And God Goku, right, actually covers this character's weakness, which is basically going to be turn 5. So you can actually put the rotation like this here if you want to. Because again, these guys have a 50% chance to dodge. They can guard for the first 4 turns. They can do additional super attack. But the main weakness is, of course, going to be turn 5, right? But however, this is where God Goku is actually going to come in, and the reason why is because God Goku has a higher chance of dodging, right? Let's actually go here to his best linking partners. We should see here God Goku here. There we go. So as far as links, they share your Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle. But God Goku, if you actually give him 6 or more Key Spheres, he does additional super attack, and he guards all attacks here as well. He also has here a chance. Sorry, he also gets here a 30% chance to actually dodge super attacks if you actually give him here 3 or more Key Spheres, right? So he actually gets here 30%, but he also has here in his passive, I believe, a mere chance of actually evading enemies' attack here. So adding these 2 up with the extra 3 Key Spheres is actually going to give him a 60% chance to dodge. And also, if you actually give him, of course, the 6 Key Spheres, he's also going to be guarding attacks here. He also does stack attack and defense as well. So by the time their turn is over with their guard ability, you can put God Goku, and even if he's not guarding, he's actually going to be stacking his attack and defense throughout the event. So you can definitely put your God Goku in turn 1 or slot 1, and then you put these guys in slot 2. And then after that, you go into basically Vegito, and then after that, it's just game over. So I would say this is going to be here number 7 for sure. Definitely better than the rest. So yeah, I think this makes a lot more sense. Actually, no, I'm gonna put them at number 6, and the reason why is because we actually have another rotation that's actually pretty good, but not as good as them, which is of course going to be here the 7th Anniversary LRs, and also the, of course, I couldn't bring the same picture, so I had to bring the TUR version, but I'm gonna say here that these guys are also going to be a very good rotation. One of the reasons why is because number 1, they share 7 out of 7 links together, as we'll see right here. They share all 7 links together, which is good. Even in their base form, they also share all 7 links together as well, which is pretty good. Now, the reason why this is so good is just because the 7th Anniversary LRs do stack defense and also have guard, but the same argument right here is that basically, when their turn is over with their guard ability, you can actually switch into the blue fusions right here, right? You transform with them into the blue boys. Sorry about that. So you actually transform with them on turn 5 because they only need here on turn 4, and they have the active skill to actually transform, which is really, really good just because, again, there's no HP restriction. Now, when you actually transform to the blue boys, they're going to play this exact same role as God Goku, but you do have to rely on the rainbow orbs here, right? Because they do get here an extra 7% chance to actually dodge with every rainbow key sphere obtained. So the maximum they can actually do here is actually 35%, but they also have in their passive here as well. They also have a 30% chance of evading enemies' attack here also, right? So basically, what's good about it is that basically if you don't have, again, the transformation with Vegito, you can actually put them in slot number 1 because these guys no longer have the guard ability and their defense isn't as high. You put these guys in slot number 1, they can dodge. And also, that's actually really good about the 7th Anniversary LRs, which I always mention, is that under 18 key super, they also do disable the enemy's action once. So again, that can also nullify a super attack. And then these guys, what's good about them is that when they do a super attack on their 20 key super, they massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn. And then if you actually, of course, give them a 20 key super or even use their active skill, they are going to be doing here a guaranteed additional super attack where they also increase their defense and attack by 50%. So these guys can do 3 super attacks with the hidden potential system, which again, they're going to be massively raising their defense because again, once you're actually in your base form with these guys, they're still at stacking attack and defense each time they actually do a super attack. And it's actually pretty good because these characters, right, the LR Goku and Vegeta just came out, they don't hit that hard unless you're against a Realm of Gods enemy, right? So this actually gives you time to actually stack with the 7th Anniversary LRs. And of course, when you need to switch, if you want to actually get the Vegito transformation, you're just going to go ahead and actually put these guys in the front. And then, of course, they'll be the better defensive character until you can actually transform into Vegito. So, I would say God Goku is just much more consistent because he does Rainbow... for the first 4 turns, he does actually Orb Chain. So he's just much more consistent compared to these guys. So, I would say this is going to be here number 7. This is going to be number 6. Maybe the Gammas are better, but I would say no, just because again, these guys have guard for the first 4 turns, and they also have a 50% chance to dodge, and then these guys are going to stack up here as well, and they also have guard for the first turn also, so I would put them above the Gammas, and then of course I put here God Goku and LR Blue Goku and Vegeta as slot number 6. I think that makes a lot more sense, just because of defensive consistency. So that's gonna be number 6. Number 5, I might get canceled for this, but listen, y'all. Oh, actually, I'm missing here the 8th year anniversary LRs because I have one of them, but I'm missing actually the second one, which is fine because they're not gonna make it here. Number 5 rotation, right? I would say is going to be here Orange Piccolo. Now I know you guys might disagree with me. You guys might disagree. I might get canceled, but it's not gonna be this Piccolo. It would be a good option, but there's someone that's actually much better, which of course is going to be LR Bulma. I know. What do you mean? What do you mean, Blaze? Why is LR Bulma with Orange Piccolo? And a very simple reason why is because we take a look here at the superheroes. Let's actually find your Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo is going to be right about here. And we take a look at the best thinking partners, right? Of course, he's going to be here, but look at that. Who's right there? Bulma. LR Bulma, not even on a 20% leader skill, she can still perform even on a 150 or even 170. Now, unfortunately, these two characters don't share a 20% leader skill, but they do share here a 170 lead where he can be on a 20% leader skill, and then LR Bulma can actually be on a 170, which of course is going to be here Power of Wishes. Power of Wishes is a very strong category, but more importantly, we're getting Brainiacs, Solid Support, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. But don't forget, LR Bulma is a support unit for 2 turns, so she's doing more than STR Piccolo because Piccolo does support a super class, but LR Bulma is supporting for 2 turns unconditional, which means basically that doesn't matter if you're super class, doesn't matter if you're extreme class, doesn't matter if you're Peppy Gals, doesn't matter if you're Namekian, she is supporting everyone for 2 turns as long as you're giving her 5 key spheres, right? And the good thing is that Orange Piccolo does have defense for the first 4 turns when you have another bottom master disciple on the team. But the thing is that Bulma, not only she's sharing 4 links, but she's also providing support, and she's also defensively better than STR Piccolo, right? Let's not even beat around the bush. She's definitely way more better defensively compared to STR Piccolo. And on top of that, every single turn she's getting more and more damage reduction up to 77%. And she also has an active skill, which would also make your Orange Piccolo a lot more better. So we take a look here at Orange Piccolo. By the time his guard, because his guard is for the first 4 turns, he also gets your 20% damage reduction, and he also gets your attack and defense plus 30% up to 150. So while you're building up until like his guard finishes for the first 3 turns, oh, it's actually 3 turns. I thought it was 4 turns, but anyways, when his guard actually is done, which is for the first 3 turns, LR Bulma is going to be much better defensively, where you can actually put her slot number 1, And again, she'll be supporting, and she'll also be very good defensively. Like by that time, LR Bulma should probably have your, I want to say maybe, let's see, for the first 3 turns. So she's gonna get your basically 1, 2, 3, 4. So what, she's gonna have your maybe what, 28, 35% damage reduction. By the time Orange Piccolo is, his defense is no longer, I'm sorry, his first 3 turns of his intro are no longer up. LR Bulma is gonna have your basically 28 or 35% damage reduction, but again, she's gonna have the guard ability as well for the first 7 turns, which also plays really well, and she also has support also. So LR Bulma and Piccolo is a thing. Like, don't get it twisted. I love STR Piccolo, but Bulma, the queen of Dokkan, is definitely like very much better supportive wise and also defensive wise. So shockingly, when I was looking at this, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Orange Piccolo and LR Bulma, and they share what, Battle of Fate, which is basically a very good category right now. Absolutely a very strong rotation. You can bring this rotation in any event. Orange Piccolo can tank in the new stage of Ultimate Red Zone. He can tank against Shenron. Like, what more do you want? He also has your transformation, and on top of that, what's pretty crazy about Orange Piccolo is that by the time, right, your 3 turns of your intro are gone and you have LR Bulma, you're most likely gonna have this in your back pocket, right? Where basically you get a full HP recovery when your HP is 30% or less, and you receive 7 attacks or more, because again, Orange Piccolo is more of a slot 1 character, and most attacks are geared towards the front. You are going to recover your full HP, and you actually get additional damage reduction of 30%. So he gets here 50% damage reduction. He's going to be fully built up. He does also raise attack and defense on his super attack, and then he gets the support from LR Bulma, right, which is going to be an extra 37%, and he's also getting support from the links here as well, right? So that's why it's actually a very disgusting rotation, as it should be, because I would have your LR Bulma and LR Piccolo definitely, as far as the best LRs in Dokkan, definitely top 4. Top 4, top 5, even top 3, right? Because they do so much in the game of Dokkan. So I would definitely say here, this is definitely going to be here number 5. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, number 5 for LR Piccolo and Bulma, definitely number 5. Number 4 gets pretty crazy. So from number 1 to number 4, it's going to get pretty crazy. But I am going to put here, would I say it's better than these two? Maybe. I would say here, I'm going to put here Fusion Zamasu, the new tech one, the LR version. And we're going to put here Demon King Piccolo. Now, we've seen it. They only share 2 links together, share Fierce Battle and Big Bad Bosses. But we've seen Piccolo. Piccolo can do damage. He's very good defensively. Zamasu is also very good because he has the 80% damage reduction for the first turn. But after that, it does drop to 60%. So maybe I would put them at number 5, and then I would put you here at number 4. Because it's just much more consistent, right? Until, of course, you can maybe get here. No, I would say Orange Piccolo and LR Bulma are going to be better than Zamasu and Demon King Piccolo. Not Demon King Piccolo, but Piccolo Jr. Just because if anything happens, you can always switch the rotations, and they're good. They're both actually going to be good as slot 1 characters. Where in this case here, Piccolo can be a slot 1 character, but it can be a super attack. If it's a super attack, he's donezo. And also as far as AoEs, when it comes to like the Shenron event right now in Global, since we don't have the Omega Shenron, Piccolo Jr. does get destroyed before he gets supered. So I would say basically, yeah, Bulma and Piccolo are definitely better than Zamasu and whatchamacallit here, and Piccolo Jr. But these two as a rotation is just so nasty. Because again, Piccolo Jr. slot 2 or 3 can do like 4 super attacks while being super effective against all types. Zamasu can be a slot 1 character because again, he does have the damage reduction, and basically after he super attacks, he also does massive raise defense for 1 turn, I believe, right? So actually go back here to the characters. For Zamasu, right? Zamasu, yeah, on his on his 18 key super, he massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn. And then on his 12 key super, he also greatly raised attack and defense. So even with the 60% damage reduction, as long as the first attack is not super attack and then he does his super attack, it doesn't even really matter because again, he's raising his defense by 100% minimum. Then also by 50% with the additional super attack, which by the way, he can also triple super in his passive. So I would say, yeah, definitely number 5, because again, LR and Bulma, they're just really good defensive units. So I don't know, would I say that? Would I put Piccolo Jr. and Zamasu? No, I think as far as defensive consistency, I would say this for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, Zamasu and Piccolo Jr. definitely gonna be like number 5. Alright, beautiful. So alright, we have 3 spots left. Oh my god, okay. Number 3, we for sure have to put these guys. So we have LR Fusion Zamasu and of course the AGL Ize Zamasu. I mean, there's not much to talk about this boy. The first turn, no, just because Zamasu, right, doesn't have the doesn't have big bad bosses, but also as well is that he also has your lower damage reduction in his base form, right? So of course you guys, they share 6 links together. They share Nightmare, Fuse Fighters, Big Bad Bosses, Godly Power, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle. This Zamasu is crazy because again he has 50% damage reduction in his EZA. And he also stacks attack and defense on his 12 key super. And he's also providing key here as well. So when your damage reduction with the Zamasu runs out and it actually goes down to 40%, you can actually put Zamasu in slot number 1. Because again, he's probably going to have like 500k of defense with 50% damage reduction. And he's still stacking attack and defense. So you're taking almost no damage whatsoever in the long events. Or even short events here as well. So definitely I would say here, definitely better than Orange Piccolo and LR Bulma. Just because Orange Piccolo, right, his intro runs out for the first 3 turns, where this guy is just stacking with 50% damage reduction, and also heals, by the way, when your HP is below 90%, or when you see 5 or more attacks, he recovers 10% HP. So, yeah, AGL Zamasu and LR Fusion Zamasu are definitely going to be here number 3. Yeah, I would say they're going to be definitely number 3 here. Definitely makes a lot more sense. They share 6 out of 7 links. He has 50% damage reduction. He has 80 to 40. So, I mean, the list goes on, right? Like, we already know these two are just very, very disgusting. So, yeah, I would definitely say here, number 3, definitely going to be Zamasu and, whatchamacallit here? Zamasu and Fusion Zamasu. Whatever, they're both Zamasus, right? Merge Zamasu, so definitely I would say that right there. Number 2, I mean, you could also make the argument that you can also maybe do a rotation like this, the If and Zamasu and Merge Zamasu, but the only thing is that it's not very practical, and it's not that easy to get because, again, the HP restrictions with the new LRs for Worldwide Celebration isn't the greatest. It's definitely not the greatest, but I do believe it's going to age very well in the future. But again, I feel like getting this rotation is just very much of a hassle to try and get. So that's why I'm not going to include it in this tier ranking, but it is definitely a realistic rotation, but it's just not very practical. So even this here is even much more powerful when you actually get the domain, because again, once you actually get this, he's actually invincible. He also provides 60% defense to worldwide chaos units when you actually give him 4 tech key spheres, and then this guy is going to be disgusting, right? Like 50% damage reduction plus an extra 60% defense and stacking as well. Like, this is like almost, this is basically a immortal rotation. Like, nothing's killing you. I might even say this is number 2, but like, again, it's not that common to get, I would say. Unless it's turn 7, then yes, but I don't know. I would put them at number 3 for my liking, in my opinion anyway. So that's me number 3. Number 2, I gotta say it, man. We have here the Vegitos. Now, this is the SCR Vegito, but unfortunately, we can't put the same picture. So I'm going to basically... this guy is going to imitate the AGL Vegito, right? But number 2 is going to be LR AGL Vegito with EZA LR Vegito Blue. Not much to said here. Once you... I prefer Vegito over Zamasu. One of the reasons why is because you can actually get 2 of them, where... the domain for Fusion Zamasu, you can only get 1, which is unfortunate because that means that the second rotation can get destroyed. But this one right here, when we get Vegito Blue, it's game over. It's just game over. Where's Vegito Blue? Vegito Blue, you're gonna come here to Fuse Fighters. Go to Fuse Fighters. And he's gonna be right about here. Oh no, not this one. God damn it. It's gonna be this one right here. So when you get Vegito Blue, it's game over. All right, let's not even beat around the bush. People downplay this character. They're completely wrong. Even at 55%, he can still perform, right? Not only that, Vegito on his 18 key super does raise allies defense by 50%. His kit right here is disgusting, right? He can do multiple super attacks. He's super effective against all types. He has also 50% damage reduction before he attacks, but after he attacks, it actually drops down to 30%. He also has here a high chance, a 50% chance of if any enemies attack, including super attack, as the first attacker, right? So even if he does not super, Vegito has 50% damage reduction. And by the time you actually transform with Vegito, he's gonna have like at least minimum 500k of defense if you're actually able to get it. Yes, it's hard to get, but when he comes out, it's just game over for the bosses because he's super effective. He has dodge, right? He also has 50% damage reduction, and he can do minimum 4 super attacks. So once that's done, if the enemies still survive, guess what? The slaughter still continues because we have this guy right here. Easy A, Vegito Blue. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. They get this Easy A, by the way. This actually works out because when he comes out first on turn 4, these guys get a guaranteed dodge. So even if you do struggle to get Vegito out, you can maybe grace it by one more turn, where you put him in slot number 1. Alright, so that actually puts you right here for now. Right, so let's say you just failed the fusion, right? You can put him in slot 1, guaranteed dodges, and you can do multiple super attacks. Right, and then when it's turn 7, or if your HP below 70%, then you transform, and then you get out of Vegito Blue. But once you get these two on the same rotation, it's just GG's, my boys. It's just GG's. Because again, Vegito is doing, what, 4 super attacks while being super effective against all types. And then him, he's doing at least minimum 2 super attacks. Because in his passive, as he first or second attacker, he does a guaranteed additional super attack, right? And it has a medium chance of launching additional super attack. So, this guy can do 4 super attacks. And by the way, greatly raising attack in defense. So, yeah, Vegito's crazy. Vegito is nasty. This rotation right here is like, yo. I love this right here. This is definitely immortal, but as far as seeing damage and seeing defense well balanced, this right here is definitely number 2. Number 1 is actually gonna be the same rotation, but this one, listen, I've done a video where I've done the LR Vegito rotation with LR Bulma, and you know we can get some super attacks. But this right here, Gogeta Blue, he is just so... I actually understand why they give him only... whatchamacallit here. I can understand why they only give him a medium chance of doing additional super attacks. And the reason why is because Gogeta Blue, with his Easy A, does too much damage. Like, it's almost impossible for me to use LR Bulma with these two characters on the same rotation because he does so much damage. It's that crazy. Because he's super effective against all types. He's basically the same as Vegito. But Vegito has a guaranteed additional super attack, where this one is a medium chance. But he does have your 4 attacks the first turn he actually is available, so you can actually build him up. But again, it's just, well, not 4 attacks, but he has minimum 3. Because he does launch an additional attack that has medium chance of becoming a super attack, but it does so much damage that the enemy does not survive. Like, I've tried against Shin Shenron. I've tried it against the 7 Anniversary LRs for the event. Like, forget about it. There's no one in this game that's surviving this rotation. I like, by the time when he's done actually doing his super attacks, when he does his 24 key super, which does a guaranteed crit, by the way, the enemy's done. You can't even get 2 or 3 more super attacks with this guy because he's just doing too much damage. He's super effective, or he's doing guaranteed crits. So this is like, this rotation right here is game over. Plain and simple. It is what it is. As far as all the stages right now on global, like, Shin Shenron is probably the only hardest boss right now as far as long events with the AoEs, but Gogeta is going to be here type advantage. So he's going to take that much damage compared to like Vegito. Vegito does get cooked, but Gogeta, because he's STR and he's going to be fully built up, doesn't take any damage whatsoever. So that's why I do have the blue fusions. You can maybe count this as the same rotation, whatever, when I interchange it, right? It doesn't really matter. But in my experience, trying to get like 10 super attacks out of these guys, it's just not happening, because when he's done and he does his 18 key super, it's just over. Like, no enemy is surviving. They did a really good job with the 5-year anniversary LRs. They're just so good right now. They're really, really fun. I'm actually really pleased what they've done with the 5-year anniversary LRs, because they are just so fun to use right now. It's actually crazy. I mean, you can make the argument that you can have the Zamasus on front, right? Just because it's much more consistent defensively. But as far as having fun and seeing good damage and also having very good defense, because again, once you actually go into Gogeta Blue on turn 4, just like Vegito Blue, he has a 100% chance. Sorry, he has a 100% chance to dodge. So, you know, it's like, okay, you want a super in the front? Let me put Gogeta. Gogeta's gonna be guaranteed dodging, and he's gonna be super effective against all types while he beats your ass to death. Like, it's just disgusting. Like, I want to say a rotation of the year, but I'm not gonna say, because, like, again, it's not that easy to get. But once you actually get it, yo, you won the game up, boys. This is my favorite rotation, just because no enemy surviving. So, would I make any changes to this list? I think you can make some changes. I think you can have some strong arguments, absolutely. But I think for the first 5, like, I don't know anything that's gonna be much better than this, unless I'm forgetting characters. Like, there's Kai Goku. Kai Goku is good, but he doesn't have a very good linking partner. His only good linking partner is gonna be Beast Gohan, but Beast Gohan struggles with Ki, right? They don't share any Ki links together. That's the issue. So that's why it could be like an honorable mention, I would say, for Kai Goku and also Beast Gohan. I don't have Kid Gohan, so I can't really say about him. So you can also mention him as an honorable mention, but nah, I don't know. The first 5, I just don't see what's better than this. If there is, someone comment down below. But like the first 5, no, it's just GG's, right? Another maybe honorable mention you can make here as well is going to be maybe of course, AGL Gohan and Super Saiyan Goku. The reason why they don't make it in the top 10 no more is just because Super Saiyan Carnival Goku has a weakness now with the new stages of Ultimate Red Zone, where basically the first hits, if it's not a normal attack, it's a super attack, you're done. You're dead. The run's over, because now if you don't have him in the same rotation with this Gohan, because they do share 7 out of 7 links together, if you don't have this Gohan above 58% with your HP, he also loses his guard ability, so that creates inconsistency. So that's why I decided not to put them in the top 10. Another rotation you can also put here as well is going to be here Gohan and Trunks and Vegeta. But again, they're going to be good, but again, inconsistency with Gohan is that if your HP is below 58%, you are now a sitting duck. So again, it's not that practical with these new bosses. I guess you can maybe say they're better than Cooler and Janemba. I think that's a solid argument for sure, because he can also triple super. But again, this is HP restriction, so you know these guys are getting torched by Cell first form in the Ultimate Red Zone, being type advantage and having guard. They're getting destroyed, right? That's how hard the events are right now. So, but I think you can maybe make an argument that this is better than this, or even that Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan are better than Cooler and also Janemba. I think you can make a valid point, because he also has a revive mechanic, right? So that is pretty good also. But for now, I'm just to keep the extreme class, because there's only basically one extreme class, or actually 2 right here. But just to make it even with super class and extreme class, I'm gonna put here Janemba and Cooler, and then that's gonna be pretty much about it. Android 8 is not good anymore. With the new stages of the Ultimate Red Zone, he's not good, but everywhere else he is actually pretty good. But with Red Zone right now, he is just not. He's getting destroyed. I tried it. He just gets absolutely plastered. So we're not going to put him on this rotation. So yeah, this is going to be my top 10 list of the best rotations in Dokkan. Let me know what you guys think. I also have a surprise one, which is a GO, which means game over. And this rotation, as you guys saw, I did a video on it before. But this is going to be, shout out to the person that actually mentioned this in the comments. But this is going to be the rotation of the year. It's going to be these guys right here. You get all 3 of these guys on the same turn, fully built, game over. Nothing is surviving besides Zamasu because he has like what 500 million HP. Besides him, this is almost a unrealistic rotation. But if you can actually get it, and you can also use their active skill, you're cooking. This is rotation of the year for sure. So that's gonna be my list, my boys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Sub for more videos, come down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.